to Artist in Recovery / Darryl P. from Weaver, John C. Roseman, California. The schmuck that does the Diary of a Griever named John Weaver, which is me. It's Saturday the 6th, still June, and it's about 2:21 p.m. Still going through your video concerning about the men that cry. And I don't know if it's conservative or not concerning about how guys are raised. It's not just conservative, it's old-fashioned values from a long time ago. Dude, you don't remember as a kid, do you? The generations that we dealt with didn't deal with emotional crises. They bottled them up. Some people became alcoholics and drug abusers. Some had to, in their adulthood, probably self-destruct because they couldn't deal with the pain. I know, I kept coming across people like that in the meeting halls and hearing stories about it. But I also remember seeing how guys are supposed to have been keeping it together because the older generations had to keep things together because of the things that they were going through. Think about it. In the beginning of our century, not this current century, but the last century, they were trying to go through economic times, and they were going through one war after another war after another war, and hardships happening, financial hardships happening all over the damn place. I mean, tell me if there was a golden time ever where everyone was emotional and accepted as such. None. We guys had to be holding on to the stigma like crazy. Little boys can't cry. Big boys don't cry. You go into the doctor's office and you start wailing or panicking about something. I know I did too much of it growing up. I had an old country doctor that kept threatening my mama that either I go to the hospital next door to the doctor's office and get the blood work up, or I shut up and deal with the needles. I'm growing up because I turned into a damn pincushion and slice and dice Barbie or something like that. You know, heart surgery was one thing to go through. And I hated the frickin' blood work. I was growing up as a sick kid. So yeah, I got emotional because I couldn't stand the damn pain all the damn time. And then I get heart surgery, and then like about a month or two later, they got to take out the stitches. But they weren't stitches, they were staples. You've seen those old-fashioned staple removers, ones with the jaws on them? Yeah, guess what? Without anesthesia, I learned how to cry, to hate, to scream, to curse like crazy. I started at that point of hating doctors throughout my life. Don't trust them, didn't like them, and sometimes I had to hold into fear and panic because I could not stand them, and I did not want them to hurt me all the time, but they did. Blood workup because I had a heart condition, and I was getting sick because of the heart conditions. I get a little sniffle. Go to the doctor's office. Blood work. Marianne, can you keep him quiet? Otherwise, the hospital's across the street. John, either you face him or you face me at home. Oosh. Ma grew up in that kind of environment as well, but she knew what kind of a pain in the ass I was because of all the shit I was going through. But I had to be a brave boy. Little boys don't cry. Big boys don't cry. No, we just take our fists and ball them up and beat the shit out of anybody else for that matter. Don't break around with it. It's a kid's toy. Otherwise, you're foobar and blood's consecrating ground left and right. Yeah, I didn't mind the sight of blood. Only was I'm going to try to give the other guy the sight of blood. But we're dealing with the doctors and the medical situations at this point over here. Yeah. And did I cry? Yeah. But I had to hold it in. But here's the thing concerning my crying. You cry at a doctor's place to getting stabbed all the time, or when those that you cared about, that you put in everything of your emotions and feelings and carrying into that other person. no matter what your particular age. And when they're gone, that's when part of your heart is taken out and put into a Cuisinart and chopped up in a tiny pieces as you're feeling it. That hurts that badly. Trust me, I've been through this shit too many damn times in my own life. Lost too many dogs. I've lost too many people that I cared about, adults. Great aunt was my best friend. Her grandmother was also my best friend as well. And I had to see her turn into a damn vegetable after half her body turned into a stroke situation. My aunt prior to that was the sister to my grandmother, died because she had a heart attack. It was hard trying to hold in the emotions as you're flying in an airplane, heading all the way to another city to where your aunt's going to be interred, and lost in the system. I can't even find her anywhere. But I missed her so damn badly. I was trying to hold in the tears and trying to show desperately how brave I was. I couldn't be showing myself as a weak kid, because there should not be any weakness. I was told this by adults, telling me how not to react as a kid. And I did. And it was bad enough when I started losing dogs. And that even hurt. That one was really killing me. I lost grandmother. And that pain just made me immobile, made me unfeeling. Told you about the stroke situation. Teenager. From junior high to senior high. About 3 to 4 years. Seeing my grandmother die. Did I have any love relations? No, because I was solid in my emotions. I was not emotional. And I could care less. I don't even know why I had friends in the first place. It was still hung around me left and right. Yeah, I had the place close to a high school, a hangout place, but I couldn't get close to anybody. I was so emotionally locked. There was no help during that time. None. Nobody even suspected that the grieving was heading the family so damn hard we couldn't even communicate with each other. We were fucked up. My brother was trying to deal with a hell of a lot of shit going on during the Navy and then after the Navy, and it was really fucking him up. He died 32 years clean and sober in 2018. Prior to that, he was messed up on drugs and alcohol. He just needed things to hide from. Couldn't deal with the shit happening at home, and he couldn't deal with himself. It's only after I got out of high school that he got kicked out of home. 2.5, almost 3 months later, comes right back and starts the long process back in '85 of his sobriety. And I still didn't trust the bastard. I still didn't like doctors at the point. I was so emotionally closed. Sometimes I would cry a little bit if I actually had some of the feelings leaking out. Try putting sand in your hand. Close it tightly. Just how much of it can you keep inside? That's your tears going out. That's your heart and your soul and your feelings coming out. You can close them up tightly when you're a lot younger, but it would still leak out. The other adults probably got through their own way and never wanted to deal with the emotions. Dude, during those days, there was no they had psychiatrists and they had psychologists. I never saw one, and neither did my family. We had to deal, we had to close it off, we had to move forward, Didn't matter that we had an emotional anchor, or many anchors, that kept us from having any other kind of relationships going on. My brother had tried. and he never could find the right girl. But even if he did, it's either by geography or by death. It really screwed him up. He was unable to get relationships going. Ma, she had one relationship that she was going to be engaged to. My brother was 8 years older than I was, and I was only a few years old. My brother sabotaged a relationship between this one man who truly loved her. And there was an incident that happened between this guy and my brother that scarred all three of them. It was right after Ma's death that he actually came clean and talked to the guy what happened and apologized profusely. And they both cried. So did I. Losing Ma was the hardest damn thing. Dave and I, well, mostly stuck around Ma anyway. Dave already had his adventures, but he still wanted to go out there truck driving. Me, I was homebody. I'm homebody. I wasn't going anywhere. I was emotionally screwed up. I was unemotional. Yeah, I didn't like earthquakes. It scared the hell out of me. But when it came down for me loving another woman, forget it. Maybe being friends, but that's about it. There had been one woman in my life. There had been one young lady through high school. Maybe 2 or 3. I don't know. But this one particular lady who really wanted me to be with her. And I was so damn emotionally screwed up, I didn't even realize it at the time. I couldn't be. I liked her as a friend, but I did not love her. I didn't know how. I was so locked in. I'd seen too many deaths and hadn't seen too many people leaving me, one way or another. Geographic or by death. I'd had animals in my life doing death on me all the time. Put to sleep or they died naturally. Or they got hit and run. Hit and turn into street pizza. Or a pinball. It fucks up a person left to right. Staying home, I thought it would have been the easiest way for me to deal with life. It's by hiding all the damn time. Do your job. Don't get too close. Don't get too personal. But do your damn job like a robot. Sometimes a robot has to be individual, you know. The other people can say or do whatever they want to be. If they want to be unemotional, if they want to be robots, let them be robots. They're going to say or do whatever they need to. This day and age, it took me a hell of a long time to get help. Right after Ma's death, I was going through a hell of a lot of grieving and pain. I was trying to get through another stage of life, just get through college as an adult. I haven't completed it yet. And I had been a caregiver with my brother for a long time, taking care of Mama the last years of her life. And I've been with her 24/7, so I did David, but just as the boys doing stuff for her. But we turned out to be caregivers the last several years of her life when her health began to fail. We've gotten new dogs. They all passed too. This dog right here, Mama's. This was the last dog my mama had. And all right. You want to be that way about it? Don't pee on me. Go on. Yeah, go fuss it out. Someone's about to pee on me. Yeah. That's why we got the pads out there for her. She starts lifting up her tail. I know she's ready to do something. Or fall to the ground with her vertigo. Hold on. Well, she needs to poo. Good. She didn't poo on me. Thank God. She was my mama's dog. And she became my brother's dog. And now she's my dog. 20 years, dude. And when she goes, I don't know how the hell I'm going to be at that point. It's not emotionally closed up. I'm going to be a thermonuclear wreck at this point. Mm-hmm. It's taken me about 10 years of therapy to get to the point where I can talk about my feelings, talk about the crying, and talk about triggers all the time. My channel, The Diary of a Griever, named John Weaver. I made that as life support. I made that as therapy for myself. I made that to a point where okay, she's not stepping into the damn thing, thank God. I gotta clean up her paws. Ugh. But she didn't do anything to step, thank God. Okay. It was all about me. Screw the politics. It was all about me and my life support and my mental status. Because I had seen how my family had been. And talking with therapists, several of them in fact, helped me get out of myself. I could talk about things that make me nuts. I could talk about the triggers that I would see in real life and in fiction that would make me nuts. I could think things laying in bed, worrying about my dog. And again, I lose it. I know some of the triggers. When I let loose and those triggers happen, they happen. And I have to deal with them. I don't care about anybody else. If they're going to be crying, I can have a shoulder. I can sympathize. I can empathize. I can say, yeah, I've been there too. Did you lose people? Too many in my lifetime. I've lost too many family members, friends, four-leggers, either by geographic, but mostly by death. And because I've been there and done it, I think maybe I have a better idea of what they're going through more and more. The process. Talk to therapists about it on a constant basis. I even talk to a priest. Yeah. Talk to a pastor. Talk to them so I can get this off my chest. They're going to say whatever they can't say. If they want to be closed off, that's them. I'd seen my family couldn't talk to each other concerning about what's going on inside of their heads, their hearts, their souls. We can love each other, we can argue with each other, we can scream and yell our heads out at each other. The problem is we couldn't talk about it as family. We couldn't go into family discussions about it. Nothing. We had to keep telling and lying to ourselves that we're okay. We're not. We were screwed up. I know Ma was, and I sure as hell know David was. Ma lost so many friends and family, it's not even funny on that one time. My brother freaked when he did his own investigations of the male line passing away at the age of 60, and at the age of 54, my brother, he's freaking and wants to kill himself because he doesn't want to go through anything else that the previous generations had done, either by suicide, by cancer, by heart disease, by something else. No, my brother wanted to kill himself. Didn't happen, thank God. He had people to talk to about it. And one thing concerning about I'll say, for the meeting halls, they're good for therapy. Dealing with the problem, dealing with the addictions, dealing with the shit we got to deal with. I miss those meeting halls at times. I miss talking to other people who are facing the same damn thing, you know. I'm stuck geographically. Online, I don't like doing it. I like getting into a meeting hall and dealing with people directly. Listen to their stories, understand them, hearing it, watching. And then see if I actually relate with it. See if I can say something. Not just to feed an ego, but just to help them out. I hope this helps. I hope this helps, Darryl. And anybody else who keeps watching this thing. Main reason why I go through this stuff. And yes, old farts can bawl their heads off. They don't like it? Talk to me. That being said,